Hi guys, I'm Mandy.
I'm Leslie.
And today we want to talk to you about, what is the topic?
It's our own top 5 tips for surviving a long distance relationship.
So we've been together for over 4 years now, and the first 15 months of our relationship we lived in different countries. Leslie is Scottish and I'm Irish, so while we lived in different countries, geographically I guess it was close enough.
Yeah, like we were extremely lucky in that the town that I lived in was a neighbouring town to a local airport, and you lived in the city that the airport was in your country.
Yeah. So
we didn't have a lot of additional travel on top of the flying back and forward, and financially it was probably easier for us than a lot of other couples because the airline that ran between the two airports was super cheap.
So we were able to fly back relatively cheap, which meant that our visits would, I'd say, be more regular than a lot of people who are doing long distance. We do realise that we probably got to travel a lot more than a lot of people who are doing long distance, because geographically we lived closer than a lot. I'd say we lived closer than, say, if one of us lived in New York and the other one lived in
Paris.
California. Even in that same country, that distance was longer than it would have taken for us to go back and forth between, sorry, your hair is to go back and forth between Ireland and Scotland. But we had a few things that we thought might be helpful to other people other people having long distance relationships, and just this is what we found worked for us. It's just kind of a top 5, but they're not really in any particular order.
It's not like the first one's the most important and the last one's really not important. It's just, these are 5 which we found really kind of central to making the relationship work for as long and at such a distance,
and to kind of prevent you from going
insane,
batshit crazy, basically. So what was the first one?
With it being a long distance relationship, number 1 is trust. Now, obviously in any relationship, trust is really important, but for a long distance relationship, you have to trust the other person that they are as
behaving themselves
in
your absence.
They're being as true to the relationship as they would be if you lived the other side of town from each other, and they also have to trust you, like regardless what the distance is, you're in a relationship together. So
I don't think at any point in our relationship, I really felt like from the get-go I was able to trust you completely.
It's because you're so amazing.
It is just amazing. So I don't think there was any case whatsoever of the green-eyed monster, and I would be quite, hate to admit it, but I would probably be quite a jealous person. Yeah. Maybe in previous relationships I was just a jealous person because you were given reason to be.
You're given cause to be jealous.
But I feel like with you, that was never an issue. You always just made me feel secure, and I think it might have been the fact that we'd spoken for ages online. We met each other on Twitter, so we'd spoken for so long before we even actually made the first Skype, and then we were Skyping for a long time before I decided to visit. We decided that I should visit there.
Which kind of leads us on to another one. Number 5 on the list was Skype.
Skype is so important, and I cannot stress the importance of Skype. And it's free as well, obviously. So like you get to talk to each other and you also get to see each other, and that I think is one of the biggest, that was one of the things that kept me sane for the whole 15 months that we were long distance.
Yeah, like during the time that we got together, I was just finishing my degree, and I would be studying. my parents would go to work in the morning. I was still living with my parents at the time, and they would head off to work, and I would set up a Skype call with Mandy, and we'd be on like the entire day until my parents came home.
We were lucky to be able to do that because my job was as such that at the time I didn't have to be in for the whole day, so I might have to go in and I might be in for 2 hours, so I'd come home in the afternoon and Skype would go on, and that would be us until the night time, unless I was going out or anything, or you were going out or had something planned. That was us until bedtime, and it was just running in the background. Like, we still did our own thing and kind of took our laptops from room to room, I guess, is the way it worked. And it was just like we were hanging out via computer.
Yeah.
But it was so essential, and I don't think...
I think it's really kind of underestimated.
I think so, yeah.
As a way to kind of keep the relationship going, and
a lot of people would say, oh, why can't you just pick up the phone and talk?
Yeah.
But I don't think people realise that
it's the face-to-face.
Skype is free, and it's face-to-face, and it's like, you can't put words on getting to see the person.
Yeah, like if you've had a really crappy ass day and the only thing you want to do is to curl up on the couch or whatever with the person that just grounds you, and with being in a long distance relationship you're not able to do that. Just chill on the couch or lie in bed or whatever, make the Skype call, and just straight away you've got that feeling as if they're there.
Yeah.
Like, it's really, for us, was really important.
Essential, yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad it was there. Honesty.
Yes.
What was the angle we were taking on honesty?
Honesty is obviously in any relationship, any friendship, being honest is a really important thing to do, regardless who it's with. But when you're in a long distance relationship, if you have things going on that is taking its toll, be it work, be it college, school, family issues, anything at all, you have to be honest with the other person so that they don't feel, if you're in a mood, that it's them that you're in the mood with, because you don't always have the face-to-face. It could be a message on Facebook or an email that they're reading, and the tone can be misinterpreted just because you've had a really crappy ass day, and you have to be able to say to them, look, this is what's happened, it's not you, don't feel that it is you.
Yeah.
Like, straight off the bat.
Because like, you are, like, even though it's long distance and, you know, they're not around physically, it's like you are still in a relationship, and like in all relationships, you know, if you have a bad day, you do need your own space, and it's not about the other person, it's like
whether you need them to lean on to get you through,
or you need them to just get out of the room for a while.
Yeah.
And like, even though you're in a long distance relationship and they're not there, it can still sometimes feel like they are there.
Yeah.
So if you need that break from Skype, or you need the break from
Facebook or Twitter
for the afternoon, for the evening, or whatever, just let them know, because I know that I would be really worried if I thought that something was wrong for you, and I'd already be feeling bad that I couldn't be there for you.
Yeah.
But like, if you're together in a relationship and living together and everything, it's normal for one person to want a bit of space from time to time. So
yeah.
Even though that's hardly ever the case. But
yeah.
But yeah, no, I just think honesty is definitely one of the important things.
Yeah. And
communication.
Yes.
Like, I know the other
they're all are kind of interlinked.
They are.
Yeah.
We're talking about communication in the sense that, like, if I wouldn't have heard from Leslie for over a day, for example, or even a few hours, because that's probably more like me.
Yeah, like for you, if you get like a text from someone, you answer them straight away. Sometimes drives me mad, but straight away the phone gets picked up and a reply is sent. Whereas with me, if my phone's sitting down in the other room, I might not see it for like an hour. By which time I would get to the phone and I would have like 4 messages and a missed call.
Yeah.
Just because you were so used to getting a response.
Because sometimes, like, your phone will go off, you'll pick it up and you'll check it, and you put your phone back down. And my heart starts to panic a little bit for the other person. Why aren't you answering them?
Yeah. I don't know, just different communication.
Doesn't matter what the avenue is, whether it's Facebook or email or text or Skype. Just let them know what your story, like where you are. If you can't talk to them for the evening, if you're going out with your family or whatever, just say, listen, I have family dinner. Can't do Skype this evening, but I'll message you when I go home. Yeah. So it was always, I found it quite essential that we communicated at least before going to sleep. To say good night. I think that was important for me because it felt like, I don't know,
you had that thing to do. Like last minute